Hello everyone, Chapter 84 is probably the craziest 11-minute mark I've seen in the game so far, and I failed at this multiple times with the Light Chaser trying different builds, and the only way I could see of beating this was one of two things. Either getting the Void Waker Sash to Legend, which is going to take a little bit for me, and if you're not familiar with it, when you get it to Legend, every 500 enemies killed, you're going to be getting Hardened, which is going to make you immune to all collision and projectile damage for a couple of seconds, I think it is. But with the amount of mobs that come out, it's a great way to just kind of keep this thing popped the whole time and totally make it where you're invincible. But seeing how I'm not getting that anytime soon, I went with a different option, and we'll show you it right here, but kind of give you an idea of where we're sitting at. We're almost at 47,000 attack and 181,000 health. And even with that, these mobs and bosses hit hard. On a side note, if you're waiting for a Pinky Party video from me, you're not gonna get one. As I said a while back, I've cut back on my Survivor.io videos just because they felt repetitive and I just wasn't having fun doing it. I will say though, this is probably one of the best events inside the game. I'm really trying to get that one where it's 5 epic items out of a chest if you line up. I want to really know if anybody actually was able to get that, so if you have, post down in the comments, let me know, because I think it's just one of those things to kind of hype it up and make it think that you can get it. When it comes to these event videos, everything just seems pretty repetitive of go and put on shiny wrist guards, go in chapter 4 trials, do this, go into the chapters, immediately back out. By now, I imagine most of you already know this, and to me, just to make another video on it to get views is just, it doesn't seem like fun, and that's not what I'm about on this channel. I'll say with the addition to pets, I still have no interest in that, but the one thing I am still trying to get is the tech parts to get those to Legend, and even grabbing all the chests from this event to get those tech parts makes me realize how far I actually am still away. I mean, we're not even at a +3 epic yet, which I can't even imagine trying to get these things to Legend without spending any more money. But with that all being said, I will say, if you can, you want to try to go for the Void Power inside this event if you don't already have it at Legend like I do. I was actually considering going and just getting rid of this thing and fuse it in so I can get my weapons to +2, because I'm not really playing the game as much besides doing Ender's Echo. Obviously, if an event pops up, I am going in there and trying to grind it as much as I can just to kind of see what the rewards are out of it. And even the pets one too, as much as I don't like them, I was able to complete that just to kind of say, hey, maybe they might change things around, but they haven't done it in the other games. Pets have always been kind of a weak nature inside it. But back into the chapter video itself, I will say when I went in with this in the Void Power where I struggled so terribly with the other weapons, this Void Power made it a total cakewalk. And there's 3 things I'm trying to go for this. This is going to be getting the Energy Cube maxed out, getting the HE Fuel maxed out, and getting the Exo Bracer maxed out. This is really going to extend the time of those bubbles, shorten the casting of them, and obviously make the size of these bubbles gigantic. And yes, we do want to go and try to evo up this Void Power as fast as we can too, but there is some times where I said, oh, I can grab the Void Power, but I really wanted to set myself up by grabbing these other abilities. Because the Void Power is such an AoE style weapon, going against mobs is no problem, but when it does come to the bosses, we are going to struggle a little bit. So that's where I do want to make sure I'm trying to grab these drones too, and at least try to get that evolved pretty quickly too. To match up with our modifiers, I am obviously going to grab the Guardian, we're going to go Rocket, we're going to go Lightning Emitter, and I think later on I end up grabbing the Durian just because I didn't have too much of a choice. And obviously the High Power Bullet is going to be another thing just to make sure we're doing that extra little damage inside it. The fact that the Void Power is giving us that protective bubble with the explosion at Legend pretty much made it that all those mobs at that 11-minute, 12-minute, 13-minute mark were nothing really to worry about. And as I said, it was pretty freaking easy just to pop this thing and go on. Although the main bosses can be a little bit difficult. And the first boss is going to be the Bounce Bloom. This one is no trouble at all. We've gone up against this boss a million times it feels like, but pretty much the one that shoots out 3 shots, not the one that does the circular motions around. And this one should go pretty quick, easy to drop, and everything from there up to even the 9-10 minute mark was not too much of a trouble. But the 10-minute mark will be that Centipede one. The Mega Devourer, and other runs with the Light Chaser, I was taking hits, and this was pretty much a one-shot with your kind of your safety bubble thrown in there. But if you are using the Void Power on this like I am, you want to try to do everything you can to not die at all on these bosses and make it to the final one. For the other runs that I played, I tried bomb farming, I tried everything else. It didn't make any bit of a difference with how many mobs that come out at the 11-minute mark. But when it comes to the final boss, it's going to be the Captain, and this is going to be obviously a big pain. Those projectiles in a small area just seems like it's a total fight every single time. So if you can, at least try to maybe keep some meat around inside there, that could definitely help to kind of get a quick grab of health for that next hit you're going to take. But I really feel like I lucked out on this one. I know I say that a lot every time I play this game. Oh, I got lucky, but you can see we got down to our final last health there, or our final revive, and then obviously we only had a sliver left. So 1 or 2 more hits I could have dropped quickly in this, and it would have been a game over, and I would have been spending another 20 minutes recording. But this is it, guys. Give this a shot if you can. Void Power, Exo Bracer, HE Fuel, and Energy Cube. And if you want to know everything about the Void Power and how powerful it actually is, check out this video right up over here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.